Alright, guys. I've been kind of struggling with whether I wanted to do this or not, and I finally decided I'm going to do it. We were going to be checking out One Way Train, Brabo or Savannah Dexter featuring Brabo. But I just have some stuff I want to touch on before I get into this. First off, I guess I'll go ahead and roll my intro. But the whole situation just boils down to diss tracks. If the whole world ran on diss tracks, it'd be a better place. I mean, Braba and Upchurch doing their whole little diss thing, whatnot. It's the equivalent of you and your family or you and your friends or whatever sitting in the living room having a debate. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, there might be some junk talking, but I mean, you telling me you ain't never got into it with your family where y'all ain't just, throwing stones or whatever, just bringing out the heavy guns, just trying to get your point across just to hurt somebody's feelings. I mean, it's the equivalent of sitting in your living room and having a debate with somebody you disagree with. And if the whole world ran on diss tracks, it'd just be a way better place. It's better than having a problem with somebody and going out and murdering, killing, shooting, fighting. I mean, they handled this the most peaceful way you possibly can. I mean, there was no physical damage. There was no, like, take for example the KD2L situation when she was trying to say Upchurch raped her. She was physically trying to cause him legal damage, physical damage, hurt his fan base. I mean, she failed. She didn't even remotely do what she was trying to do. But since she did that, like, I rocked with Katie. Like, Catch Hell and some of her other stuff. Like, back then, I even seen Katie in concert before all this went down. I rocked with her. But when somebody makes a move like that, I put Katie in the dumpster. I haven't listened to Katie since all that went down. Since she had that interview where she was trying to explain everything that she just deleted because she realized it was just BS just spewing out of her mouth. Like I say, since that, Katie's gone. But with this whole situation, yes, Upchurch is still sitting up here. I put Savannah here. And I don't look quite so highly at Braba, for doing what he did. So he's definitely out of the three at the bottom. But let me roll this too.
My response, man, is this. It is all love on my side of it. It will continue to be all love on my side of it. I have let my ego get the best of me way too many times. A lot of times, what I felt here is not what I said here. And that's something I have to work on with myself. In life in general, not just music or not just publicly, in life itself. So, sometimes humility is needed. And I'm okay with that. I can man up and do that. But even with music moving forward, man, I really, really, really want to move a lot more positive than I've ever moved. I want to do the type of music that I enjoy doing, the timeless records that I enjoy doing, versus doing songs that I think, saying things that I think people want to hear, or just the stuff to get a rise. Like, I'm not going to do that no more. I haven't wanted to do that for a long time, and now I'm going to move in that direction. So I love you guys. We'll keep pushing.
So he had an apology video about everything that happened. Now the question is, I'm a big believer of actions speak louder than words. So we'll see if he backs up what he said. But everything he just said is facts. I mean, you telling me there ain't never been a point in your life that you just got hot-headed, you got overconfident, you kind of lost your humility, or I guess it's humility. You quit being humble and got a little cocky. I think everybody at some point in their life has. And yes, he said what he said, and I always take words with a grain of salt. I'll listen to the words, but then I really sit back and watch what's going on and see if you actually meant what you said. But along with this, it also takes me back to when Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly had all their stuff going on. At the time, I mainly listened to Eminem and a little bit of Machine Gun Kelly. But after all that stuff went down, I honestly catch myself. I listen to Machine Gun Kelly a lot more than I do Eminem. Like, this stuff just brings people, brings artists new fans. They got to pick their side and all that stuff. And just after the whole situation, I catch myself typing in Machine Gun Kelly, listening to his new stuff, watching his new movies and stuff a lot more than I do typing in Eminem. Now, I ain't got nothing against Eminem. I mean, I did his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame introduction. I, did that whole thing. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I still listen to Eminem. I mean, just because two artists have beef doesn't mean you have to choose. That's the whole point in being who you are. You got your own freedom. You got your own way of thinking. You got your own thought process. Just because, say you have two best friends and they get into it and they hate each other, you don't have to choose between them. Now, if they try forcing you to, that's when you kick them both to the curb. If they come to you and be like, look, it's either me or the other guy, they're trying to take away your self-control. But all this stuff just boils down to the First Amendment. It's freedom of speech. And the world would be a better place if everything was just handled like Brabo and Upchurch handled it. I mean, vocally. I mean, it's way better than physical harm, damage, So, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. But, I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right up into this. And obviously, people ain't hate her but so bad now. Like I say, I feel like it was Brabo mainly pulling the strings. But, he is her manager / daddy, as everybody says. And like I said, I really like Savannah. I mean, she was evicted, homeless, and she had something like raise hell come on her plate. You telling me if you're homeless and evicted and, and you have something that's going to blow up, make you some money, get you out the gutter, you're not going to do it. I mean, all these people want to back talk her and say she's riding his coattail and all this. Maybe she was. But you're telling me if you were homeless, evicted, and all that stuff, you would not do the same thing. Instead, you just take your stuff and go hop in a dumpster behind a gas station somewhere and live there. Versus just hopping on somebody's coattail and making it. I mean, if you say otherwise, I really think you're lying to yourself. But anyway, obviously, people don't hate it but so much. I mean, this has been out a day, and it's got 110K views. I mean, so, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump right up in it. Here we go.
I said, Lord, if you hear me, I beg you to kill me. 'Cause I don't wanna feel like this no more. There's memories I can't erase myself. I'm taking straight shots trying to chase myself. Oh, I hate myself, I can't face myself. I gotta throw away this hope to save myself. I'm praying to the sky, but the sky don't speak. I've been through hell the past 4 weeks. We broke up, I sold my truck. I parked my heart on a one-way train. They don't kill my pain.
Every red light screams your name.
You pinky swore we were meant to be.
You found happiness at the expense of me.
I used to be the man inside our home.
Now every bit of faith inside me is gone.
Why don't you hear me?
Why don't you hear me?
What do I do when the prayers don't work? When my heart still hurts?
When his words keep shooting me down,
I double up the milligrams, trying not to give a damn.
I can't afford to lose another pound.
Hold on, let me get back on that.
Heart still hurts.
When his words keep shooting me down,
I double up the milligrams, trying not to give a damn.
I can't afford to lose another pound.
I was referring to that. I think he said a couple milligrams, trying not to give a damn. Like, I mean, I know all about that. I have anxiety, depression. I'm on Klonopin, and it helps. You know, just saying. That was just something that kind of hit me that I could relate to. But
She turned my heart into a rolling stone.
Am I crazy? I keep holding on.
She thinks everything about me's wrong.
I told her leave me alone.
We broke up, I sold my truck.
I parked my heart on a one-way train.
They don't make a pill to kill my pain.
Every red light screams your name.
You pinky swore we were meant to be.
You found happiness at the expense of me.
I used to be the man inside our home.
Now every bit of faith inside me is gone.
Never thought I would lose you. You left me with screws loose.
He's trying to send a message, he don't text like he used to.
And might is not good enough. Is it a new dude?
Do you still love me like I love you?
Since we broke up, I sold my truck.
I parked my heart on a one-way train.
They don't make a pill to kill my pain.
Every red light screams your name.
You pinky swore we were meant to be.
You found happiness at the expense of me.
I used to be the man inside our home.
Now every bit of faith inside me is gone. Why don't you hear me?
So why don't you hear me?
And you can tell me what you want to. That was a great song with a great message. Like I loved it. Like, I mean, it has so much meaning behind it. And if you say you hated it or you didn't like it, I want you to just sit there and question whether you did not like it because of the whole Upchurch Brabo situation, or because it was a bad song. Because I try to keep it about the music. I try to keep the personal stuff out of it. And to me, that was a phenomenal song, had great meaning. I've lived it, I've been through it, I've seen it. Like, I mean, it's just relatable. But, like I say, just ask yourself, if you have a problem with that, is it because you are Team RHEC and that was Brabo and you just hate it because Brabo was in it, or because it was a bad song? But I just hope I gave you some stuff to kind of think about. You know, First Amendment rights, you know, like the whole Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly thing. Like I say, I kind of shifted closer to Machine Gun Kelly after that, but I did not get rid of Eminem. I still listen to Eminem. Like I say, I've done the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame introduction, and I absolutely loved it, of Eminem. But honestly, diss tracks and stuff are the best way of handling situations. As I pointed out before I played the video, I mean, it's just sitting in your living room having a debate with somebody, and yeah, you might pull out all the punches. You know, you might get ugly with it, But also in that video I played that Brabo did his apology video. I mean, he just basically said he was hot-headed, and who hasn't been at times? I mean, you're telling me something ain't just hit you wrong and you snapped off when you really shouldn't have, or you said something you shouldn't have. I mean, like I say, I don't look at Brabo the same way I did. Out of the three, he's definitely up Church, Savannah, Brabo, but I keep it about the music. I try keeping personal stuff out of it. Like I said with the Katie stuff, she was trying to cause physically bodily harm, hurt up Church's rap, legal stuff, all that. Like I said, she went in the dumpster. Brabo, it was just some words. First Amendment words. You can say whatever you want to say. I mean, if you got an opinion, voice it. But anyway, that's going to wrap this reaction. I want to see how this plays out. I want to see how you view my thoughts on this. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this reaction. Like, comment, subscribe. But see y'all later.